Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2022, the Modena better save. We're on the transfer screen because we've just gone through our transfer window and I might have gotten rid of a few players that I felt were on too much money and were on the Asian side. I say that, I got rid of a 19-year-old in Gabriel Belstri, who honestly is kind of rubbish. And I don't know how on earth we kept him around for so long, or how we managed to sell him to another club. Okay, the fact they're playing him and then the fourth tier probably says a lot, but the fact he was on our books, we had to sell him, is kind of damning, isn't it? We actually got money for Federico Goeleni, and he actually wasn't terrible, but compared to our other players, he's kind of poor. It kind of says a lot just how good our team is, that this guy who's a third tier player, a good third tier player, is considered only 2 stars. That's just how good the team is now. It really is. Any other team would love this guy. I would have loved this talent at Siena my first season. Because he's playing for Modena and because we're so good, he's not needed. He's played 5 times. He's got an average rating of 6.64, but that's beside the point. Now, admittedly, Tommaso Silvestri was not someone I was planning on selling, but he kind of got upset I wasn't playing him, and I decided, you know what? I'll see if someone wants to bid for you, and consensus bid for him for 140,000. And I just couldn't reject the idea of selling this guy. He's a leading player of his position too. 2.5 stars, leading player, and we sold him for 140,000. But I digress. 140,000 for him is not a bad deal, and he's 31 too, so he'll only get worse. And we're getting younger talent coming through, so it made sense to sell him. He was also on quite a bit of money. I swear he was on $2 grand or $3 grand a week, so we got rid of some money. Now, admittedly, this made more sense to get rid of Silvani, who I think we're paying $2 grand or even $3 grand a week. Apparently we're paying £375 a week of his wages, which is not ideal, but it was the only way to get him off the books. And also they signed him for just 2.8 grand. He's got an average rating of 7.36 for them. Though admittedly he's only a good player and he's only considered a last resort 2 stars. I mean, we got Ferrini here and we got Hall. It made sense to get rid of him. It really does. Oh, we also managed to get rid of Francisco Rossetti. We were paying him 3.3 grand a week, apparently. He's been paid £450 a week at Siena, but apparently we're paying £1,200 a week for this guy. Honestly. I mean, he's also got staff attributes now. I'm never going to hire him as a coach because he's rubbish as a coach. But honestly, I just wanted to get him for the books. He wasn't playing. He's 35. His contract expires in this season, so I've only signed him for 6 months for 2 grand. I mean, why would you spend 3 grand on the guy that you only keep for 2 months? I mean, this guy's at least got a year and a half in his contract, but bloody hell. 6 months you pay 3 grand for him. At least we won't be paying his wages for long. So we may have also bought Nathan MacLeod. Backup cover, really. He's a fringe player. I don't care. He's good for cover. He can play in at least 4 different positions. He's not amazing in any of the positions, mind you, but for a backup player for free, and for £525 a week for a year and a half, I think it's okay. He's also got a contract extension for 1 year if we get promoted, which is going to happen. Oh, bloody hell, I didn't think this through. But yes, he's a good player for this division. He could be a leading player for Serie B, apparently. I doubt he's going to get that potential, but okay. We've also got 2 more players coming in at the end of the season, which I have already planned ahead, thinking I'm going to win the league. And Antinos Papadopoulos is one of those players. I hate Greek names because I can never say them properly, but he's already signed for us. He's being paid, I think, being paid 2 grand a week, I think. But he's a decent Serie B player who could be a decent Serie A player, so it made sense to sign this guy on a free transfer. He loves big matches. He's consistent. He's good in the air. He matches the signing policy. He doesn't know the language, but he's able to learn. He's just got poor technique. Doesn't look like he's going to fit with the squad, and he is having adaptability. Oh, for goodness sake. He's playing in Germany, and he's saying he's going to get adaptability problems? I mean, for crying out loud. Why would you do this to me? We also got Otto Magnus Carlsen on a free transfer because his contract expires. I bought him as backup for Ogensie, honestly. I'll be honest. I think he's good for a backup player on a free transfer. I think I'm paying 2 grand a week for him as well, but for a free transfer and for a backup to Ogensie, I think he's okay. He's not as good defensively or physically or in the speed. How are you slower than Ogensie? He's only got 6 goals for this team, yes, but he's a target man. He's just like Ogensie in that regards. The mentals is the only thing that really lets him down. He's 2 years younger too, but he's going to be a signing for a fringe player. He's a backup. He knows his role. He knows he's not as good, which quite frankly, I'm actually happy about. Also, we've had a few games since last met, so let's go over those as we look at Vicente, who is my go-to for scouts because quite frankly, he's too good of a scout and you can get him for cheap. That's a tip for you guys. Vicente is an amazing scout. He's a cheap scout in SC Bastia Borgo. The fact he's only been paid 120 a week and you can get him for 375 a week is kind of ridiculous. So there you go. Let's talk about the games we had since we last met though, because I've rambled on a bit, haven't I? The first game we had when we left off last time was a 7-0 win against Prato. Yeah, remember when I said about the Prato move? Yeah, this kind of what we did to them. Ogunsi got the opening goal with a penalty, then Giovannini gets the second goal from a corner, then we get another corner, Tromolada heads away, and then Omar does that. Honestly, that might be the best goal I've seen. I don't think he even got the goal of the month award with that effort, so there you go. And then we make it 4-0 with Giovannini heading home again, so he's got a brace there. Good on him. We make it 5 with this effort, and we just went for blood. We really did went for blood. Giovannini plays across. Ogunsi heads home. Headers are really good. Crosses are really good. Then Amelino with a free kick. Ogunsi scores again. His hat-trick's completed, and that was 6-0. We make it 7 in the 94th minute of the game. Gerli finds Sottini, who comes on from the bench, and then Amelino scores whatever. Pagnini, he'll wonder how he didn't save that, but 7-0, good result. Did they play my former player? No, he didn't play. No wonder they're struggling. They've already signed him, so I don't know why I'm not playing him, but whatever. We beat them 7-0. I don't care. We then went to Dafona, and we kind of picked up where we left off against them by scoring opening goal. Omar, 90 minutes in, good goal from him. And then in another goal for us, it was Tromolada this time from a corner. And it shows you that back post, near post is good. And again, near post corner. Leocano scores. Corners are just really good this year. You can't win without them, and you're really good. Omar then plays ball cross, and he finds Marcello, who scores an effort to make it 4. Game over. I think we missed a penalty. Yes, he missed a penalty literally 6 minutes before, so it could have been 5-0. Again, we're just really dominant, and we're showing our strength right now. Even if we had to rotate a little bit because of injuries. I think it was mostly the backups that were injured, but even so, we had to have 2 goalkeepers on the bench because of injuries. It's kind of ridiculous. Our next match was against Caresse, and we got our revenge. They were down to 10 men inside 6 minutes. We took advantage of that, and Pietes scored his first goal for a while. Good effort from outside the area. And then 42 minutes, we make it 2. We decided to go for blood in this game because I wanted revenge after they beat us in penalties. Giovannini scores from the corner, from the cross. Ogunsi scores from that penalty to make it 3. We then have a free kick. And Baroni has his header. I think Ogunsi gets the goal though. And then we score 5th. Hall's on from the bench. Talisi finds Amelino. Plays it back to Talisi. Good goal. 5-0. Easy result. And we're showing our strength again. We really are. We're showing why we have won 23 games in a row in the league. Unfortunately though, we didn't win the next game. And for the first time ever in this league campaign, we have dropped points. 24 games it took for us to do it, and it was because we couldn't break down Delta Portotol of all teams. They're newly promoted. I don't know how we didn't beat them, but also I had to rotate, and we had players that were injured as well, so not ideal to say the least. And injuries have caught up to us, it sounds like, so it's a shame. We didn't win, and we dropped 2 points for the first time. Our next game was away from home against Montevacci, and we decided to get ourselves back up and running. It took us the 57th minute of the game to get the opening goal, but Omar scores the opening goal, and it was good for us. We then have a free kick. Ogunsi has his header saved, and Omar hits the rebound. 2 goals in 5 minutes. And then 94 minutes in, we make it 3. Omar finds Gerli, who does that, and the keeper has another clanger. Talisi with the rebound finish. So that keeper did us a massive favour with 2 mistakes, and we win again. 24 wins now. And our next match is against the Siena in the league. And I'm calling this a title decider in February, even though it's clickbait effectively. But I consider this to be a title decider because if we beat Siena, we will go 11 points clear of them with 12 games to go. I can't believe that they're actually doing this well because Seto are 20 points behind them. And we, if we win this game, could be 31 points ahead of Grosseto. If they don't win and the other teams behind them don't win as well. So really, we've already secured our top 10 finish, which is kind of mental when you think about it. We've got a goal difference of plus 84, 88 goals scored, 4 conceded. The record for most goals is already broken. It was just 75, so that's a thing. And the most points ever gained of the season is 80. We've got the record for most games without losing, 27, so it's beyond this season as well. And our record of most goals is already set. We're just going to continue going on. And we could be the first ever team to break 100 goals in a league campaign. And the first ever team to break the 80-point barrier. So I want to break all the records I can, quite frankly. The most wins in the season is 24. Udinese have that record. We're going to try and smash that today by getting our 25th win of the year. And we're just going to try and break every record possible. Ogassi's got the most goals in the league campaign, 24 on the league campaign. He's already matched that this season in 25 matches. He's done it in 6 less games, and he's going to try and surpass it again, so he's been really good. And honestly, if we don't win the league this year, despite winning 23 league games in a row, it's a record, I don't know what else to do this. I don't know what else to say and how else I can really put this into paper. Siena, any other year, would be champions. Any other year, we might have already won the league title. That's how ridiculous this season has been for us and for them. They've won 17 games in a row. I don't know what else to say. They've gone 18 games without defeat, and that was when we beat them, I think. But the fact that they've won 17 straight games, and we are the last team to have beaten them, is kind of ridiculous. That consistency is so unmatched. 23 league games run in the row for us, 17 league games run in the row for them, and we could be about to break their hearts and to beat them because they're coming to us, to our ground, and if we beat them, they can't get back from this, surely. We're going to beat them down, and we're going to make sure they can never come back from this. We need to beat them today, so we can ensure ourselves victory. Also, the only person that's really missing out is Cagnano because he's suspended. He got 5 yellow cards. He's picked up 7 this year. And the fact we've only got 7 yellow cards this year compared to some other years is kind of impressive. But for the most part, it's the same starting lineup otherwise. With Ponzi starting at the left back position otherwise. And it's literally the same time I've pretty much used the entire season. If we win this, we're 11 points clear and should be winning the title. There's no ifs or buts about it. It's just going to be the case. It's going to happen now. So let's see how we do, shall we? Fun fact here, we are unbeaten at home in the league in both this season and last year as well. So that's a record I want to keep going. Ogansi on the ball, finds Pietes. We've seen a goal before from that sort of angle, and he's done it again. He's 6th for the season. And Pietes, I actually might try and get hold of next year as well. If he's not on loan from Juventus, I can try and buy him potentially. But he's been really good as a Mazzala on support, and I'm so happy we've got him in. Ogansi is so useful with his deep line playmaker role. And that's a 9th assist for the season for him. Pietes with his 6th league goal. 1-0. We're going to try and make it so we don't concede. We've only conceded 4 goals this year. Siena are one of only 3 teams who scored against us this year, which is impressive. Omar, chance, denied. And we could have made that too. We still have a chance maybe. I don't think it's going to happen. But Ferrerini in the ball. Oh, Tremolada scores. I thought it was over. It turns out it wasn't. And Tremolada has got another goal. 2-0, and we are going to be unbeaten, and we are going to make sure we get more and more goals, because quite frankly, despite the fact we're 2-0 up, I want to absolutely send a message and destroy Siena. This team has won 17 league games in a row. Before we drew 2 games ago, we had managed to get 23 league games in a row and win them, and they've got a goal. They are the first team to score against us in both matches. How about that for stupidity for us? So there you go. They've managed to get 2 goals this year, and only the second team to have done that. So annoying that they've scored in both games right now, but defensively, we just didn't pick him up, and we paid for the price. I think that's their only shot so far. Let's check that's the case. Only shot, on goal, and on target, they score with it. Here's Omar. And Pietes scores again. I think we're fine now. Any doubts about our performances, I think, has just been erased. We should be winning this game, and 3-1 up. We beat them as scoreline last time out. Let's make sure we continue that trend and to absolutely destroy them now. The fact they scored against us means we should absolutely just try more things, you know. There we go. We are 3-1 up halftime. They're the only teams to score in both home and away against us this year, but we are not taking that lightly. I want to make sure we get more goals. We are going to get 100 league goals this year. There's no question about it. It's just a matter of making sure we continue to do that. And they head the ball away from this corner. Let's see what we can do from this situation. Omar finds Farini. Leocani, Tromelada hits the post. Good effort. They got a chance. Oh, they scored again. Carlo Ileri with the finish, and I got distracted by something else, so that's a bit frustrating that I got distracted and they scored. They apparently looked like a different team from halftime, and they had this 2 shots in the first half. I'm disappointed with our defending here, and the fact that he's actually able to get on the volley is a good effort, to be fair, but we should have picked him up. We really should have picked him up. They've got a bit more attack game. We're going to try and get something in this corner, and Ogun C scores. The game should be sewn up now. He has broken his own record of most goals this year, and their 18-game unbeaten run and 17 straight league wins is about to end, I think. We should be taking this home. They're actually going to have a free kick. If they score, they've scored a third. What's happened to our defending? It's 4-3. I actually can't believe we conceded 3 goals in the game for the first time. Before this match, we've only conceded 4 goals all season. Now we conceded 3 in the league game. If they get a 4th, oh my god, they could get a 4th. If they get a 4th, thank god that's not the case yet. But if they get a 4th goal, I will be asking questions because I'm not going to sit back and defend this lead. They've got a 4th. They've got a 4th. What the hell? That is actually... I got to break the team for that. It's 4-4. We've won every game at home this year, and now it's about to be broken. That's a good goal for their point of view, but they should not be allowed that sort of space. We've actually thrown away a 2-goal lead. Wow, alright. That's disappointing. 4-4 though. I can't remember the last time... I think that's the first time I've ever conceded 4 goals in a game, let alone drawn with 4 goals. I actually cannot remember the last time I've conceded 4 goals in a game and scored 4 goals in a game and not lost or won respectively. That is ridiculous. That was disappointing. They got complacent. Remember when I said this was a title decider match? I think you can see why I genuinely thought that is the case now. We genuinely should have won that game. We were 2-0 up, we were 3-1 up, we were 4-2 up, and yet we still threw away the lead and let them get it back to 4-4. Unbelievable. 2 goals in extra time too. In injury time. 90+1, 90+3. Ridiculously bad. So despite the fact we didn't win and we've dropped points for only the 2nd time this season in the league, and we've done it now, what, twice in the last 3 matches? I'm actually okay with how the season's gone. It's just disappointing that we didn't win here. And we've dropped points at home for the very first time. Though admittedly, if you look at the league campaign, league table, we are still so far ahead of everyone else. It's ridiculous. We're 28 points clear of Grosseto and Teramo with 12 games to go. So top 2 is definitely certain at this point. But we're not even guaranteed top of the table right now. And that's the most bizarre thing about this. We should be guaranteeing ourselves top of the table right now with the points we have, but we haven't. The unbeaten season with the league title has to be the goal. If we don't get the league title or the unbeaten season, then honestly, I'm going to be disappointed. I just want to get unbeaten and win the league. But I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.